Hi, my name is Nan Pham, and I'm a yoga teacher based out of San Francisco. And today's yoga philosophy is from book 2, I think part 38 in the Sutras, and it's Brahmacarya. And what they usually say, of course, it's conservation of energy, but it also mentions, not to do X-rated stuff. But this, just to remind you, these are my interpretations of the Yoga Sutra and how they've helped me through my life and my journey on this yoga practice. So I would say the sutra explains, or what I interpret, is conservation of energy. And conservation of energy, I think, has applied to me in environment, thoughts, and relationship, okay? So there are times where you have relationships with friends where you may not know that it's actually draining. And there are relationships where there's a lot of victimhood, complaining, over-explaining, very judgmental. And sometimes those relationships need to be severed in order to conserve your energy for something more positive and worthwhile or more productive. Okay, so oftentimes maybe that's just holding the space or just really just cutting the ties. And the second thing that also exhausts your energy and really not productive is when you're in a position where you're feeling indecision, fear, insecurity, doubt. And so when those things pop up, it's easy for anybody, or maybe it's just kind of ingrained in you, that you kind of go into this deep dark hole of overthinking and going through all these different scenarios. And if you think about it, it's basically you worrying and praying that something bad is going to happen, okay? And the third thing is, so there is no third thing, but those two things are what happens to you when you're in this unconscious mind. And so when you start to become aware and practice your yoga, you're able to take a step back and notice that you're in these patterns that happen. And so the way to conserve your energy is focusing on the things and people that you want. So whenever you see something that you're working towards, you honor that and express gratitude for it or admire that, sending positive energy towards that thing, raising your frequency. And if there's like a relationship that you want or a relationship that's positive in your life, you focus on that and move away from the energy draining relationships that you may happen upon. And the second thing is, when those weird thoughts, negative thoughts, unproductive thoughts happen, you can simply say to yourself, once you get that awareness, next thought, next positive, productive thought, okay? And another way to conserve energy is to, when you do get into that negative energy of disappointment, anger, that's not when to do something of action or to talk to that person. So when you experience that disappointment, you take a step back and you pause, and that's definitely not the right time to talk to that person. You just wait. You wait until you have a more productive, positive emotion, and then you go and tackle the problem or communicate with the person. So when you practice those things, you protect your energy and allow yourself to rise to a higher frequency. And it's kind of one of those things where, have you ever walked into a meeting or into a party or some type of gathering, and there's this heaviness, awkward, uncomfortable vibe that you get? So when you conserve your energy, you're not going to be one of those people that brings that type of vibe into a room. You'll be able to be at a higher frequency, be more vibrant and more warmth, attracting the people that do bring that out in you. And so it's your job as a yoga practitioner to be aware of those moments and to conserve your energy to keep the positive aura around you, so where you're glowing everywhere you go. And that's all I have for you today.